Hi, I'm Rebecca from Core Pilates Method. Today I'm going to go over some beginner exercises. The intention is that you use this video at home to help you find the deeper connection to your core and a better understanding of the fundamentals of Pilates. So, go ahead and begin on your mat. You can start with your knees bent. You want your feet together. If you do have any issues with your knees, you can take your feet hip distance apart and take a ball or a towel. You can roll up a towel, put it between your knees so that you have something to squeeze into your midline. So, get yourself situated. You can take your hands to the back of your thighs. Sit up nice and tall as if you were sitting up against a wall. You want your shoulders to be directly over your hips if possible. And you want your ribs and your belly button, your lower back, pulling your belly button pulling through to your lower back so that you're not arched this way or rounding this way. So nice and stacked. And you're going to begin by drawing your belly button into your spine as you tilt your pelvis. Keep reaching your toes for the mat and try to lengthen your spine as you go back, keeping the shoulders out of your ears and hold it there. Keep pulling the belly button deep into your spine and hold, hold, hold. And come forward, round forward by bending your elbows, reaching your head towards your knees, and then stacking your spine nice and tall. And again, draw the tailbone under as you pull the belly button back. Extend the arms, lengthen as you go back. Reach the toes and the feet to the mat. Squeezing the knees together, keeping the chest nice and open. And hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round forward, still continuing to pull that belly button back. Let your elbows bend. And then stack your spine up, nice and tall. One more time. Draw the tailbone under, pull the abdominals deep in, scooping out your stomach. The arms are holding on if you need the support. And hold, 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 round forward, and stack the spine. And this time we'll chant a little bit more of a challenge. You're going to draw the pelvis under, pull the belly button back, lengthening the spine as you go back. Still squeezing the knees together. From here, you can take your arms away. Keep pulling the belly button back. Lower the arms and lift. And lower. And lift, lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and hold, 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 and come forward. Or you can grab the backs of your legs and come forward. Okay, now go ahead and lie down on the mat. Your legs are still together. Your chest is nice and open. Your tailbone is in a neutral position, which means that it's nice and long. From here, you're going to draw your chin towards your chest. Reach your hands past your hips. Try not to let your tailbone round up. You want to keep it anchored here, scooping out the abdominals. And hold, reaching from the back sides of your arms. You don't want the shoulders up in your ears. And hold it here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower down. Again, chin towards the chest as you peel up, keeping the tailbone anchored. Trying to fold at the ribs and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower down. Again, peel up, pulling the belly button back, squeezing the legs together, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and roll down. From here, take your legs long on the mat. Your feet can just fall open naturally, but you want your heels to stay connected and glued together. You want to imagine a zipper from your heels up the back side of your legs, including your inner thighs, keeping your hips nice and open. From here, you're going to draw your chin to your chest. Look down the length of your body. Keep your focus forward. From here, with your shoulders out of your ears, you can take your arms up 6 to 8 inches and begin pumping. And you inhale for 5 and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Again. And exhale. If your head gets tired at any point from keeping it lifted, go ahead and lower it down. Keep scooping out the abdominals, pulling your belly button back. And when you feel like you can return, go ahead and bring it back up. You always want to make sure that you keep your focus forward though. You don't want to be in a position where your head is like this. There's a lot of strain on the back of your neck. You want the weight of your head towards your center. Good. And one more time. 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lower down. You can slide your legs into your chest. You can do a small circle and then reverse. Good. Okay, from here, bend your knees, taking your feet flat on the mat. Take your right leg up to the ceiling. You want to externally rotate that leg. So you want your heel to be in the center and your toes to be out towards the sides or kind of towards your right shoulder. This is my right leg that's up. From here, you're going to lower the leg down to the knee and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide down to the shin, and you're reaching the leg out as you have it lifted. And down to the mat, and back up to the shin. 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the knee. Keep the chest nice and open. Make sure your chin is slightly drawn under so the back of your neck is nice and long. And lower again. 2, 3, 4, 5, down to the mat, and lift it up to the shin. Squeeze the leg to the shin, and back up to the knee. And bend the knee. And switch sides. Left leg goes up, rotate it, and hold it for 5. Lower to the shin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the mat. Back up to the shin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to the knee. 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the shin. 2, 3, 4, 5. here, bring yourself up to a seated position. You can either turn to the side to come up if you need to, or you can take your hands to the back of your legs, bring your chin to your chest, and bring yourself up. Okay, from here we're gonna practice rolling like a ball. You're gonna bend your knees and bring them in towards your bottom. From here, you want to make sure that your pelvis is drawn under and your belly button is pulling back to your spine. You're going to lift your legs up, keeping your hands connected to your shins and your shoulders down and back out of your ears. Your head is forward towards your center. And while your hands are on your shins, they're not just pulling your knees in, collapsing. The shins are slightly pressing up and your hands are here and they're pressing down. So it makes it dynamic and it helps your shoulders stay in the right place. Okay, so right here you're balanced on your sacrum. All you're gonna do is pull your belly button back and then go back up. So it's a very small movement. Inhale, pull the belly button back. Slightly tilt the pelvis and go back up to balance. And hold it. And back. And again, pulling the belly button back. Holding. And forward. And one more time back. Now from here, with as much control as you can, you want to slowly lower down to the mat, keeping your knees in. You can rest your head for just a second. Keep your knees into your chest. Again, my shins are pressing into my hands. My hands are pressing into my shins. My legs aren't just collapsing. From here, bring your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, keeping the chest nice and open. You're going to keep your right leg in and slide your left leg away. And hold. And slide. And hold. And my focus is right between my inner thighs or down at my belly button. And hold. And slide. And hold. And slide. And hold. And slide. And hold. Slide. And hold. And slide. And hold. Both knees in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Then you'll bring your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Again, pressing my shins up, looking through my legs or at my belly button. And inhale, reach. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw in. With this exercise, you want your head to stay forward. Notice how my head is forward. You don't want your neck to go back here. And draw in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Good. Lower down. Then you're going to take your legs straight up towards the ceiling, over your hips. You're going to bring your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat and reach your arms to the back of your right leg. From here, your right leg pulls towards you as your left leg reaches away. And then you let go and you scissor your legs and change. And scissor and change. And scissor and change. And the leg is reaching away. It's not just lowering, it's reaching out of my hip. And scissor and change. Scissor and change, scissor and change, scissor and change. Good. Bend the knees in, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Okay. From here, you're going to take your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Your legs are straight up towards the ceiling and externally rotated so your heels are together, your toes are apart. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, keeping your elbows as wide as you can. You're going to do it. Inhale as your legs go away from you slightly, and exhale, pull them back in. And inhale, reach, and exhale, close. And inhale, reach, and exhale, lift. And inhale, reach, and exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, reach, exhale, lift. You don't want your back to arch, so do not take your legs too low. And in. Bend your knees in, lower your head, neck, and shoulders to the mat. Okay, from here we're gonna omit crisscross, and we're gonna come up to seated. So you can grab your shins and come up, or just bring yourself to seated, however you need to. You're gonna take your legs nice and long, and you want them the width of your mat. You're stacking your spine nice and tall as if you're sitting up against a wall. Again, you want your shoulders directly over your hips, like there's a pole from the crown of your head all the way to your tailbone. You don't want your ribs to flare or to be rounded back. So sitting up on your sits bones, you want to lift tall, like you're being pulled up to the ceiling. Toes are flexed back. You're going to inhale as you round up and over, keeping your tailbone anchored on the mat, and slowly roll up tall. Again, inhale up and over, like you're going over a big beach ball. And stack the spine. And again, up and over. And stack it tall, tall, tall. Good. From here, your hands can go by your side, on top of your legs. Go ahead and bend your knees. You can take your hands by your side to lift your bottom so that you get onto your sacrum. From here, you can lift your legs and take your hands to your ankles if possible. And actually, you can take your hands to the inside. Bend your knees, taking your toes to the mat. From here, you're balanced, but your toes are barely touching. You want to straighten the leg and bend. And straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend. Good, and then if you can, take both legs straight. If you need to hold on to the back of your calves, that's okay. And then from here, similar to what we did before, you're going to just draw the pelvis under, pulling the belly button back, and then come up. And inhale back, and exhale forward. So these are very small movements. We're just really working those deep abdominals, transverse abdominals, and back, and again, and back. Hold it here. Resist the urge to tilt on your pelvis and let your ribs flare. Okay, from here, take your legs together and walk down your legs. So, your body is flat on the mat, your legs are straight up towards the ceiling. Rotate those legs, keeping the heels together. From here, you're going to do small circles. And circle to the right, to the left and up, to the left, down and up, right, down and up, left and up. Good. And then from here, you can grab the back of your legs. You can bend your knees if you need to and grab the back of your thighs and come up to a seated position. You're going to take your legs a little bit wider than the mat. Your arms go out to the sides. Again, your spine is stacked nice and tall. You're going to twist to your left and round up and over for your right pinky toe. So you want the right hip to remain pressing down into the mat. You're scooping out your abdominals and you're pressing your back hand up as high as you can. And then you untwist and stack your spine. Twist to the other side. Up and over. Lifting and back to the center. And twist and up and over. And back to the center. Twist. Press that opposite hip down. Reach that arm back as high as you can. And back. Close your legs. And then move over onto your stomach. Okay, so from here, your elbows are bent by your sides. They can actually be about in line with your head. So your nose is just barely off the mat. Your legs are together, squeezing together. Your pubic bone is pressing into the mat and your belly button is lifted. From here, you want to lift your upper body up, keeping the belly button pulled in. You're going to look to your right shoulder, look down, over to the left, and back to the center. Then to the left, down, right, and center. And lower down. From here, take your hands, stack one on top of the other. Place your forehead on your hands, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. Again, the pubic bone is pressing down, the belly button is lifted. You're going to kick your bottom with your right foot. Kick, and then flex the foot and kick. And reach. Other side. Kick, kick, and lower. Kick, kick, lengthen and lower. Kick, kick, and kick, kick. Last one, kick, kick. Good. And then carefully lift yourself up, sit back, and stretch out your back. So I like to keep my hips off of my heels. I feel like this doesn't really stretch my back where I need it to stretch. Also, it's a lot of weight on your knees. So if you shift your weight forward, let your head fall, press away with your arms, pull your belly button up to the ceiling, reach your tailbone down to the mat, and get a really yummy stretch. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead and do some shoulder bridging. So you're going to lie down on your back. If you have bad knees, take your feet apart and put something between your knees to squeeze. If not, keep your feet together, chest nice and open. You're going to begin by drawing your pelvis towards you. So you pull your belly button back, you squeeze the inner thighs, You tilt your pelvis towards you. Your backside engages. And then slowly lower down. So we're going to start with small ones and then we'll add on. Again, squeeze the inner thighs. Pull the belly button back. Tilt the pelvis. Make sure your neck is nice and long and your arms are firmly pressing into the mat. And then lower down. And now we'll add on. Draw the pelvis under. Keep drawing the pelvis towards you as you slowly peel up. From here, you want to try to be a straight line from your shoulders to your knees without your ribs flaring up. Keep reaching your pubic bone up to the wall or think about towards you. Then you're going to carefully lower down as you keep everything engaged to assist you in lowering. And as you lower, you lengthen as you lower. So you want to think about reaching each vertebra and your tailbone towards your heels. So you're creating space in your spine as you lower down and as you lengthen. Draw your tailbone under, peel up. One vertebra at a time. Press your arms heavy into the mat. Keep your chest open, but don't let your ribs flare. Hold it there. And slowly fold down, reaching the back of the ribs into the mat. Reaching the waistline. Reaching the lower back, the sacrum, and finally the tailbone. Good, let's do one more. Draw your tailbone towards you. Scoop out your abdominals. Slowly peel up. Reach your knees away from you as you're up. And then carefully lower down with control. Both sides working evenly. Good. From here, go ahead and roll over to your right side. Actually, my left side. So I'm going to align myself with the back edge of my mat. I'm going to take my arm long and my legs forward. My opposite arm is right in front of me, down low, pressing against my stomach so I can feel my abdominals. You want to lift and lengthen, reaching your legs away. Lift your right leg up, hip height, and rotate it so that your heel is facing forward. You're going to brush forward and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back. Good. Legs together. Point it up, flex it down. Point it up, flex it down. Point it up. And as you're reaching this leg up. You're not just lifting and lowering it, and you're doing it with resistance and control. Good. And then from here, you're going to do small circles, brushing through the heel and trying to reach that top leg past the bottom leg. And reverse. Good. All right, from here, roll over onto your stomach. Hands stacked, one on top of the other, forehead pressing in, pubic bone pressing down, belly button lifting up. Lift the legs if you can. Do not arch your back. And take your legs open and closed. And open and closed. Open and close and open and close. Good. Lower down. Roll over to the other side. Align yourself up with the back edge. And legs forward. And top leg hip height. Brush forward and back. And forward and back. Forward and back. And forward and back. Good. Legs together. Point it up. Flex and reach. Point it up. Flex and reach. Point it up and reach. Last one, point it up. Flex and reach. From here, small circles. Reverse. Good. Legs together. Roll over onto your back. Take your knees into your chest. You're going to take your hands to the back of your thighs, right up underneath your knees where they bend. Okay, from here, you're going to pretend that your arms are springs. So, you want to pull your arms in, pulling your thighs towards you. Then you're going to bring your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. You're going to pull your belly button back as you press your thighs away from you, keeping your chest open, and reach and hold, hold, hold. Bend your knees so your arms are really sturdy here. And carefully lower down. And again, arms are firmly pressing in. Thighs are reaching away. Head, neck, and shoulders are up. And reach and lengthen. Keep pulling the belly button back in opposition as the legs reach away. And carefully lower down. I learned this trick from Kira Lamb. I thought it was genius. So this is how you can practice your teasers. And chin to chest, press the thighs away, scoop and come up. If you feel very confident here and comfortable, you can remove one arm and the other. Keep the shoulders down and back and chest open. And hold, hold, hold. And bend your knees in and lower down. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and finish off with seal today. So you'll come up to a seated position. Your feet are together. Your knees are apart. Your arms are going to wind underneath your legs and hold on to your ankles. From here, you can walk your feet back towards you, and you want to come to that place where you're on your sacrum. Your belly button is pulled back. Your hands are pressing into your ankles. The ankles are pressing up. Shoulders are down and back. And with this one, we roll back a little bit further than we did before. We're going to roll back to our shoulders, but you want to keep your bottom lifted up to the ceiling as you roll. And you use your breath. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, lift, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, Try to balance there for a second at the end if you can. Good, and then go ahead and bend your knees. And that's our workout for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.